Hi, my name is Megan Bazzi, and for my event that I thought that the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Community Fund could put on is an overall activity day. It's an event that would bring out the community and get everyone involved, as well as bring in quite a bit of profit because it's an event that's not going to cost a lot to put on, and so I think it would just be quite a bit of fun. So, this event would include four activities. The first activity would be yoga. So it would be in the Myrtle Beach Pelican Stadium, so they wouldn't have to pay for venue, which would be big, because venue always ends up being super expensive. The yoga class would be an hour, and they could either have a local yoga instructor come out and volunteer, which I don't think would be hard because the this is fund is to go back into the community. It's meant to make Grand Strand just an overall better place. And so I already know that they have ties within the community, and so I'm sure they could find a yoga instructor who would come out and volunteer and do it for free. But if they couldn't, then they could have maybe one of the players that they knew about yoga, or one of the staff members come out and run the event. So they would just do an hour long. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. These aren't going to be any like super yoga people, probably because it's gonna be an event that's open up to all ages. So it's gonna be little kids, older kids. I'm sure there's some people who do enjoy, maybe are big yoga people, but it's not gonna be like strictly yoga. So because it's just an event that's gonna be for the public and for all types of different people. So I think that having someone who's like the basic yoga is gonna be it's just gonna be a fun event to do in the stadium, and it's gonna be an experience than like going to a yoga class where you might be wanting to be more serious. So having a player or another staff member run it would not be a big deal at all. So then right after that would be Zumba, which would be same thing. We could have a Zumba instructor, a local one, come out and run it, or we could have one of the players run it, or another staff member um, come out and run it, and that would be fine too. It's just something that's supposed to get people moving, get people up, they get to interact with the players, and I think having the players run these events like this Zumba and or yoga could be funny and just like a fun experience that people would get to interact with them on like a very personal level that maybe they wouldn't get to like normally if like because at a game they'd be playing. But either way, both of those would be interchangeable. You could have a volunteer or have someone, a player or another person come out and do it. After that, so both of those events would be of all ages at the same time because everyone can come out and do it together, and that's not a big deal. But the next event would be a relay race around the bases, so we'd have different variations of the relay race for another hour after that, and it would have different age groups, so maybe like 5 to 10, and then 11 to like 17, and then 18 and older, just to make it a little more even, so that we don't have because obviously grown people might want to participate in the relay race. I would like to participate in a relay race. I think that would be fun. But obviously, I'm not going to go against a 5-year-old, so we'd have to make different age groups for this one. But I think it would be fun to watch everyone. It would be funny to watch everyone, and so I think this would be a really fun event. And we could even give away little prizes like a towel or like a T-shirt or bobblehead, something small, nothing expensive at all. Then the last event would be a scavenger hunt. So people, maybe you hide things around the stadium, or you have them go find something on a sign or something down in the dugout. This would give people a chance to the cool experience of going throughout the stadium to find things, because they would get to see all different places like a dugout that they wouldn't normally see. And it was just gonna be a fun event, and maybe if they find a towel, they get to keep it, and just things like that. It's just gonna get people coming out. It's gonna be an enticing event that people in the community want to go to because the Pelicans are so involved in the community that they already have some ties. So people are going to already want to come to the event, especially because there's no major or other minor league teams anywhere really close in this proximity. So this is the only kind of like place around to go to a baseball game. I mean, obviously besides Coastal, but that's still not minor or major. To go to a baseball game and get that full experience if you live around here. The benefits to this is you're gonna get a whole bunch of different people out, so you're gonna bring in it's not just like targeting guys or targeting baseball lovers. It's all people of the community, people who maybe are interested, kids, adults, older people. It's gonna bring everyone out. Um, there's very little money spent. There's no equipment that's needed. You can have people bring yoga mats if they want. They can do it on the grass if they want. They can use a towel if they want. Nothing. Yoga, you just bring yourself. Relay, bring yourself. And scavenger hunt, obviously, like I said, there's kind of little things, but it's maybe things that they were going to throw away or old surplus of like towels or shirts or things like that. It's not anything that has to be crazy expensive. So this is going to be a really low cost event, but has the opportunity to bring in a lot of money because of the stadium is so big that you can bring in a lot of people. As you can see in the top baseball one, there's so many people there, and so it's just a way to bring in a lot of money and just really not have to spend that much at all. And lastly, it's just going to create a fun experience for the community. People are going to remember this. They're going to remember interacting with the players. They're going to remember this being there in the stadium, getting to be down on the field, seeing the dugout. It's a very like novice event that people wouldn't get on a normal day, so would be an event that people are gonna definitely want to come out to. And lastly, the players are going to be out and about throughout the event, and so they can get pictures with people. It's going to be just a cool opportunity. And the instructors, if we have the players, then obviously we're not spending money on that. Or if we do it volunteers, then they're volunteers and we're not spending money on that. So it's a really, really, really low cost event. And it's just overall to provide a really fun opportunity for the fans to come out, for people to come out, but ultimately to raise a lot of money and not have to spend a lot of money. And then lastly, there's like variations you can do with this, because this specific event that I'm pitching is a 4 event type things. There's 4 separate categories, but like you could just do a sunrise yoga one morning and have people come in, $5. That's quick money right there. To do it on the grass is like people like to be outside, especially with COVID. You could space it out now. It's a very big arena. You can have a lot of people, and so I think that would be just another thing to think about. And with safety concerns, none of these events are really high contact. The relay race, maybe, but like I said, I mean, obviously there's always risks, so we would have everyone sign a waiver and just to cover our bases, but like I said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of risk. As for profits, for a full day pass, which means you get to go to all 4 events, it would be $40 for adults, and then it would be, if you wanted to just maybe just wanted to go to yoga, or maybe you just wanted to come to scavenger hunt at the end, it would just be $15 per session. I made it like this, so obviously you can see that they would be saving money if they buy the day pass. If they were going to go to 2 sessions, worth it to buy the day pass. Or so that's obviously, we want them to buy the day pass, more money to bring in. But if they only wanted to go to 1, they did have that opportunity and option. And then for children, it would be half price because obviously they're littler. And so $20 for them and $7 per session. And I just think that this would be a great opportunity for the Pelicans to raise a lot of money because, like I said, so many people can come. All different types of people are going to be interested, and their goal is to make Grand Strand better. And so if they frame it as that, and it's like kind of like giving back to the community, like you come out for a day, have fun with us, and we're giving it back into your community with your kids, with your siblings, your parents, everything. It's just going to be an event that people want to come to. It's going to be fun. The players are probably going to have fun too, and people are just going to get to make those connections with those players, which might even boost ticket sales. So I think it's a great event for the Pelicans, and just a really good opportunity to raise some money. Okay, well, that's my pitch. Thank you for listening.